Today's plan is to knock out all of Toadman's stuff, which kind of includes some stuff relating to Colonel as well. But first, we have to take care of this. Gotta find Gao, or Virtual Gao. I forget the exact order of events for this. Colonel. Yeah, I remember this arc being pretty short, but I don't know. I don't exactly remember why. Alright, that doesn't help. I'm not sure if we're supposed to talk to people here, or if I'm supposed to talk to, like, people in the real world. But before I jack out, I figure I should at least talk to everyone who's here, just in case, so I don't have to double back. Or maybe investigate the doghouse or something. Hey, what's up, Space Cowboy? What's going on? Been a long day. Damn. Well, hopefully it gets better this evening. Alright, let's see here. I want to say I'm supposed to investigate not here, if anyone knows about the dog. Pride wouldn't know anything, right? Yeah, or wait, maybe I had to investigate the statues there or something. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, that's good to hear though. That sucks. I mean, hopefully you're getting paid like overtime or something for working on Labor Day. I would hope so. I know not every job does that though, but alright, we got the Gao pick. So then, now I head back to Orin, I want to say. Or we get the passcode, that's right. It's definitely somewhere over here, but I don't remember. Someone comes to clean this island on a regular basis in order to preserve its beauty. Head home, refuel, stream, then finish editing. Damn, that sucks, but I mean, at least you're almost done for the day. But that does suck. I want to say... Okay, it's this dude. You enter in the old mine. So then this one... Wait, wrong way. Yeah, yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. I want to say I'm supposed to go where I got the mine key from in the first place. which is not here. If that's the area I'm supposed to go to. Yeah, it's this way. My day's been pretty chill. I didn't have work or anything, so I mean, I've just been kind of like taking care of stuff at home, but I was originally gonna go out, but I just ended up not really feeling like it, I guess, because I went out yesterday for lunch. And so, I don't know, it's one of those things. Like, I get invited every so often to, like, go on the lake or something, because I have a friend with, a friend of a friend has a boat and stuff like that, but... Old P code. But I'm just not always feeling up to going out and, like, socializing and shit like that. Old P code. Has something to do with Scilab, so I guess let's go to Scilab then. I'm trying to... Oh no, I know where this is. I think. It's connected to the Liberation area. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you checking out my other stuff. Yeah, I mean... I don't know if... Part of me feels like I was a little harsher on Final Fantasy 15 than maybe I should have been. Like, it's not that it's like bad or anything. It's just kind of... How do I put it? I just felt like somewhat deflated after playing it, and not in the way of like, you know, the ending being depressing or anything like that. It was just like, so much of it just feels like, it's weird. You have the dichotomy of, a lot of the game feels like fluff, but at the same time there's just not enough context. So it's one of those things, if you took a lot of the fluff and actually made it into meaningful like story beats that could fill in some of the gaps, then it would be something that I could see myself wanting to like revisit, I guess. I don't know. It's tricky too, because I don't always want to judge a game based on like how likely I am to replay it. That usually is a very big sign for me as a gamer that the game struck a chord with me in one form or another. But that's not always the hallmark of a good game to me. And it's something that I touched on in like my Tales of Berseria video from beginning of the year, was that like that game, like I wouldn't say like the story in Berseria like connected with me super strongly, but I mentioned in that video that not every game you're gonna play is gonna like change your life or like whatever, you know. Yeah, and I do think that 15 gets overhated in some ways. Like, I think it's just like fine. It's just, yeah, to me, like, FF15, I get that, like, the disappointment factor can be a big deal for some people, but it's not like... There's, like, redeeming qualities to it, you know? I guess you could say that about most games, but at least it's not, like, broken or, like, whatever. Like, pretty much everything in the game at least functions as it's supposed to. It's just... Some things, like the open world functioning as it's supposed to, is not good enough, I guess, compared to a lot of other experiences you could have instead. Fourth Rock Crusher. Oh, that's right. Fourth Rock Crusher, a box that blocks the rocks. Right. I do. I'm familiar with it. It used to be Final Fantasy Versus 13. I haven't really. Maybe I should look into the development of it a little bit more, because I don't even know what Versus 13 was supposed to be relative to 13, because I haven't played the 13 games. But then I guess it, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, part of me feels bad because the game was obviously in development hell for a long time, which is why it kind of ended up in the state that it's in, as far as, like, feeling complete. And the DLC does, I guess, help, but not really in the ways that I would have done it, I guess. But who cares how I would have done it? I'm not a game developer. And that's a tricky thing too when you're like criticizing stuff, is like, it's so easy to take the piss out of something while not like acknowledging the difficulties of creating such a product. Ooh, I hope I have enough Zenny. Thank God. Forgot how easy it was to get the Nebula ID in this game. But there's also the thing of, like, you know, judging a game as it is and not what it could have been kind of thing, but it's also like, I don't know, I think it is kind of productive to analyze and be like, what changes could have been made that would have made this not as much of a weakness, or like something like that. At least I like talking about that stuff. I guess whether or not it's productive or not, just, it doesn't really ultimately matter, I guess. It's just enjoyable to hypothesize. It's a small old alpha footage of Versus 13. Yeah, I might have to look into that, but I got the 13 trilogy on Steam when they were on sale most recently. And I also downloaded like the bug fix or like whatever, because the PC version is like not in the greatest state apparently. Although sometimes I hear that and then the narrative never gets updated. Not the narrative in the game, but like the narrative surrounding a game that has a broken launch or something. Doesn't get updated, like with Chrono Trigger, for instance. That PC port is like kind of infamous for being shit, but it's actually like fine now. Like, that's what I've been playing Chrono Trigger on, and I have had 0 issues whatsoever. But 13 is like, there are certain PC games that, like Chrono Trigger, for instance, which maybe came to PC maybe not too long after the 13 games. I feel like those types of re-releases tend to be optimized better, not just from performance standpoint, but from like a settings and feature standpoint, I guess. Whereas a lot of games like the, you know, in the late aughts to early 2010s, it seems like those games need some kind of finagling to get running on PC 100% properly. Because I guess the versions of Windows or whatever. Like, I think about Fallout 3 or New Vegas, I forget which one. Stuff like that, though. But it's mostly just like I replayed some of the Arkham games maybe like a month or two ago, just like jumped in here and there and was fucking around with them. And something I noticed was like Asylum, you only can edit the settings in the launcher. But then once you're in the game, you can't edit the settings, and that shit, it's that kind of shit that's like really annoying when playing like, I guess, somewhat older PC ports of certain games. I don't know how I got on this topic. Oh, right, Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, I want to play those games, and actually see like how bad they are. I don't know. I I get the feeling that the 13 games are overhated, just from like an optics perspective, as someone who hasn't played them yet. But I also like, I'm not going to go into those games with super high expectations either, which could actually make them feel a lot better in comparison. So I guess we'll see, but I kind of want to do the Pixel remasters first, but I also haven't picked those up yet, because I was kind of hoping they would go on a slightly steeper sale than they usually do. I think they're worth it. I think the Pixel remasters are worth it for full price. It's just, oh, you know what? You know what I'm waiting on for the Pixel remasters? Is the console versions, like when they launched them on PS4 and Switch. Those versions had like the updated text, and they also had some other, I forget what it is, maybe like the option to play either soundtrack, or there was something, God, I forget what it was. It was mostly the text thing though, and then maybe some settings, like some back-end stuff, that aren't present in the PC version yet. Like they haven't updated the Steam versions of the Pixel remasters with those features. So I'd like to wait for that and not have to rely on a mod, but I guess we'll see. They're really trying to push 13 back in the day. Lightning. I remember Lightning Returns, like, seeing ads for that fucking everywhere when it was coming out. And I had no idea, I had no idea any concept of what it was, except that it was a Final Fantasy thing. But I mean, I've at least heard good things about the battle system in 13. Well, actually, yeah, I feel like most discussion about the battle system in 13 is positive, from what I've seen at least. It's not like I'm looking into Final Fantasy discourse constantly. That's actually one of those series that I don't really like. Like, when I said that I don't really follow Persona discourse much anymore, it's like I try to avoid watching stuff before I've talked about it, at least. But when it comes to Final Fantasy stuff, I don't even, like... I've never really been big into, like, watching Final Fantasy videos kind of thing. Well, I guess except for, like, I've watched Pro Jared's ones, or at least some of them. Stuff like that. You're not a big FF guy either, so you're not... some details you're not aware of either. Yeah. Like, I feel pretty disconnected from the Final Fantasy fandom, but then again, that fandom seems... I mean, you know, those in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, but I feel like the Final Fantasy fandom is pretty split. Like, it's pretty divided. Because the series is, like, so experimental much of the time. That, you know, you get people in for one particular entry, and then you lose them the next time because you did something different. But it's like, that's always been the identity of the series, to an extent. More so, really, since, like, 10 going into... You know, you had 10, which is traditional turn-based, into 10-2, which is back to ATB, and then you have, like, 12, which is, like... Well, 11, which is an MMO, 12 with this like weird MMO-ish kind of design, and from then on it's just like the games are pretty completely different, with the exception of maybe having like Moogles, Chocobos, and fucking, what's it called? Summons. Then you bring Kingdom Hearts in the equation. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. That's a series that, like, I get that the gameplay is good and stuff, but I really, like, that's one of those series I have absolutely zero interest in playing from a, like, narrative standpoint. And I'm actually, like, confused as to why... Well, I know why Kingdom Hearts was so big back in the day. I mean, I had friends who were playing Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on the PS2 and shit. But, like, I guess I'm just not that much of a Disney guy, and the Final Fantasy elements are so, like, minor, it seems like. I don't know. It's just one of those. I'm not gonna talk shit because like I haven't played them, but it's like I don't feel like any draw to get into Kingdom Hearts, if I'm being frank. You remember getting crucified as a kid because you didn't care for Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, no, I mean, like, that Kingdom Hearts was fucking huge back then. And then they just made, like, a bunch of non-spin-off spin-offs. Like, games you would think are spin-offs because they're on, like, the DS and shit. But they're not, story-wise. And so it's like... But even before it started getting convoluted, I didn't really get it, I guess. And then, you know, this weekend I've been watching some videos about, like, the Xeno games. Not just Xenoblade, but, like, Xenosaga and Xenogears. And I'm very, like, intrigued by... Like, Xenosaga in particular, there's something about it that just seems, like, interesting. And I think it's because it's this, like, grand, ambitious, you know, originally going to be a hexology that got cut down into a trilogy, and it's, like, kind of messy in some ways, and I don't know, But at the same time, I'm like, would I want to play the Xenosaga games, or would I want to just, like... pray for a remake by the time I'm like 60 or some shit. Because I know Namco said they had no interest in remastering Xenosaga. Can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3.25-0A plus. Yeah, literally. Yeah. Yeah, the names definitely don't help, but... Oh, it's the Blizzy. Did we fight Blizzard Man here? I totally, like, don't remember this shit. Dude, I love how goofy Blizzard Man looks. With the contrast of this dialogue, where he's like, a Dark Lord can keep on reviving as long as there's darkness, speaking of fucking Kingdom Hearts. Did somebody say the... What is that Mickey quote? Dude, the memes for Kingdom Hearts are fucking funny, though. Like, just the iconic lines. I've had a good laugh at those, for sure. Oh. That was anticlimactic. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Namco said they didn't want to remaster the Xenosaga games because they didn't see any demand, and it's like... I'm surprised by that, given how big Xenoblade is. Why would they not, like, remake the other Xeno games to kind of capitalize on that? I don't know. The Xeno community is convinced of possible Xeno remakes. Nothing concrete, but the expansion DLC for Xeno 3 kind of... Ooh! That is very fascinating. Yeah, because they are all connected, aren't they? I know it's kind of like a little wishy-washy most of the time, but I know like Xenosaga has callbacks to Xenogears, and I know Xenoblade was kind of almost seemed like a soft reboot at first. But then, hey, everyone thought that Xenoblade 1 and 2 were not connected, and then look at Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Ended up being connected. But if that's true, then that's sick. Because, I'd be down for remakes of those. Because based on the videos that I was checking out, what was his name? K-Bash? I watched K-Bash's videos on them, well, while avoiding spoilers. And, I don't know, it seems like those games are, like, a little rough around the edges these days, so I'd be happy to see some kind of remake of them. And if they could remake Xenosaga, but actually, like, fully realize it, that'd be kind of sick. But I'm also... I don't know, maybe I should give Xenoblade another chance. I just don't really like the gameplay that much. Maybe I should just play it on, like, an easy mode or something, just so I don't have to think about the gameplay. And then just to get the story bits, but then it's like, at that point, why don't I just fucking watch it? I don't know. Those games are so long, too, that I'm just like, fuck. I only have so much capacity for games that are, like, that fucking long or longer. And Persona is the exception. Because no one's said anything to me about it yet, but if I complain about a game being too long or too much of a time sink, and then it's like, but you like Persona, and I'm like, yeah, because those games are dope. Speculation, of course. No, that's fair. Yeah, don't spoil it, just in case. But it's good to know that there is some kind of tie that, like, might be hinting at the very least, a remaster, if not remakes. I don't want to handle this. Why am I thinking so hard about this? These enemies are trash. You've personally spent 100 plus hours on each Xenoblade game, however, you've seen streamers play 1 and 2 and beat within 40 to 50. Oh man. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's not like terrible hours for like a big JRPG. But usually with stuff like that, I'm like, the gameplay really has to click with me to want to do that. You know, because it really is a balance between gameplay and story for me, where, like, you know, I said in the Shadows of Valentia video that I kind of need a story to pull me through in a lot of cases. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have something like Persona 2, where I'm like, those games aren't that long, really. And yet, because I don't really care for the gameplay, it's like really hard to force myself to play them for the sake of the story. But I don't know, maybe one day. I mean, I have the hardware I would need to play the Xenoblade games. And I did play, I don't know how long. I played Definitive Edition for maybe 10 hours, probably less than that, probably more like 6 or 7 if I had to guess. Azura's Wrath, I've heard of it, but I'm not super familiar with that one. I feel like there's some kind of funny trivia with one of those games that was like a DLC boss or something along those lines that was either controversial or funny or something like that. The dog's not a vision burst inhabitant after all. The vision burst is real data from past moments in the real world. Examine in the past. What? Okay. I'm trying to pay a little more attention to the lore here. But I could see myself getting to the Xenoblade game someday. It's just not going to be for a while, probably. Regarding Azura's Wrath, you love the game, interesting story. The actual gameplay isn't that crazy. Kind of weird. That kind of lends itself to being interesting. Yeah, no, I feel that. I think sometimes I feel that way about, like, Katamari, which I haven't played, but just from looking at it, I'm like, this is so odd that it's appealing in some way. And I would say that, like, you know, gameplay and story and stuff like that is important to me. I just want to emphasize, make sure it didn't sound like isn't. It is important to me. However, I really... some of these things I bring up on stream are maybe warranted to be their own videos, but I'm also like... I don't know. Making a video that isn't about a specific game is tricky, because you need, like, a variety of clips from different games. But, like, anyway, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm like a very vibes, atmosphere kind of oriented gamer a lot of the time. And that's not to say that I like, no, I feel that too. Not every game needs to be a 10 out of 10 like masterpiece of storytelling and deep gameplay and stuff like that to be enjoyable. And to even rank pretty highly for a particular person. I mean, shit, I love Sonic Adventure 2, and that game is, like, not exactly, like, a narrative masterpiece by any means. In its execution, at least. But, yeah, it's like there's something... I like getting lost in... Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh, here. I like getting lost in game worlds, and I do attribute a lot of my love for some of my favorite games because of the atmosphere, the music, just the tone, the vibe, you know? And of course story characters, gameplay stuff on top of that, but like, you know, Twilight Princess, Metroid Prime 2, Persona 3, like, these games that are among my favorites of all time that are just like very... I don't know, I just like being in those worlds, I guess, so to speak. And Area 3. Popular complaint about Xenoblade 1 is early combat. 2 and 3 fixed this. Oh yeah, I mean... Hold up. With the latter making everything available to you. Yeah, no, that... I guess that's fair. Maybe I should just try Xenoblade 1 again and just really stick with it, knowing that the combat gets better. Doesn't the Sonic community love the ever-living shit out of SA2? Yeah, no, they do. And I do too. I grew up with that game. I fucking love it. It's my favorite Sonic game, but I'm also, like, not... It's like one of those series that was big for me when I was a kid, but I don't really care for it anymore. At least, like, modern entries. Not that I've it's not that I've played every modern entry, but it's just more like, I don't know, it just doesn't really do it for me. Especially, and also based on what I've seen, it's like, Sonic is one of those series I feel like, having grown up with it, I can look at a Sonic game and kind of know what I'm gonna think about it, but... Where did I stop in Xenoblade 1? I got to Gower Plains, I think. I'm pretty sure I was, like, already setting out into the open world. Like, I got past, like, that cave area, and, like, I had already left, whatever district it was, or whatever, and was setting out. I don't even actually remember... Was I just generally not feeling the combat? There wasn't, like, a particular, I guess, reason or event that happened that I could remember having dropped it at. Your favorite era was that weird early 2000s modern Sonic? You're an 06 lover? That's fair, though. I mean, like... 06 is so infamous that it's just, like, I don't know. It's one of those games that's been so talked to death that it's like, who cares how you know, glitchy and shit it is or was or whatever. And plus, 06 fans are eating with Project 06, because I've heard that's really good. But I've never played 06, I don't really have much of an interest. Why am I fighting these guys? Oh, that's why. Like, I would consider checking out Project 06 at some point. But it's one of those where, like, my introduction to Sonic was SA2. And, I played Sonic Adventure DX, I played the Mega Collection, I was there day one for Shadow the Hedgehog, because I thought that was the coolest shit at the time, because I was, like, fucking 10 years old or something. And then because I stuck with Nintendo stuff... Wait, where the fuck are we supposed to get this thing, though? Data file is by an impressive object. Isn't it, like... This has got to be the impressive object, right? What was I saying, though? Because I stuck with Nintendo and didn't get a 360, I didn't play Sonic 06, which ended up, at least at the time, being a positive thing. And I played some of the... like 2D games like Advance 3 and Sonic Rush and stuff like that, but and you know, Mania is great too, but like there's something about Sonic Adventure 2, and I think maybe it's because that was my introduction and because SA2 is so different from the rest of the series that there hasn't been a Sonic game since that has really like captured me in the same way. And has me coming back to it. Sonic Heroes is close. Like, I forgot about that one. I grew up with Heroes. I had a fairly, somewhat cringe-worthy video on Sonic Heroes from the very start of my channel. Just, I made some good points, but I couldn't justify keeping it up because I'm just, like, just not indicative of how I approach things these days. But it's one of those where, like, SA2 just stands like so far above the rest of Sonic games that I've played, and I don't really care about like what is the objective best, as if that's actually a thing, or like I don't really care either that I haven't played every 3D Sonic game to compare, but you know, I've played Generations. It was fine. I don't know. And then, like, Frontiers looks so half-baked that I'm like, why would I spend anywhere close to full price on this when the sequel is clearly just going to be better, right? Like, it has to be. It's one of those. That's my long-winded way of saying that Sonic Adventure 2 is the GOAT, and I platinumed it, so to speak, or 100%ed it on Steam, so that was a fun time. Actually, the last achievement I got was the multiplayer one because I had to figure out how to connect a second controller, get that working. But yeah. But Heroes is a game that I like the way it plays, even though it is pretty unwieldy, I'll say. Since the Frontiers is actually somewhat a decent game, at least. Yeah, I mean, like, aside from the fucking pop-in, I'm sure it's fine. Or like, I don't doubt people when they say it's, like, fun to play and stuff like that. It's just a lot about it kind of takes... I could see a lot about it taking me out of it, like, the side objectives, and the pop-in, and the environment design and stuff like that, but from like a pure gameplay standpoint, I'm sure it's fine. I don't know, I'm just not the biggest fan of the boost formula, really. But I've also not played Unleashed, but also, like, Unleashed has the Werehog levels, which I have no interest in playing. Maybe I need to check out that Generations mod for the Unleashed levels, though. Maybe that would be worth looking into, I guess. But I'm still waiting on that Sonic Adventure 1 remake. Because I mean, that stuff like that'll get me back in, but I don't know. It's interesting to think about. I kind of want to do a video on, like, my, like, gaming timeline of, like, what series I was interested in when I was a kid, and then it kind of grew out of certain things and whatever. But when I was, like, you know, like, pre-middle school, so, like, elementary school, pre-K, stuff like that. Really, it started in kindergarten for the most part. I had an N64 before that, I think. I don't remember exactly, because it was a long time ago. But, the three big series for me were Pokemon, Mega Man Battle Network, and Sonic. And as far as, like... And I guess you could say Mega Man Battle Network got me introduced to Mega Man as a whole, and now it's one of my favorite series. It's just not active. So that, like, kind of helps, I guess, with not... Like, I feel like I fell off of Sonic, and Pokemon to an extent. Like, I still keep playing the new games, like, hoping that something's going to be better. And it just, like... I don't know. It's a whole thing. I have a whole video complaining about Pokemon, the state of Pokemon. But I guess you could say in some ways I outgrew at least, like, the modern releases for Pokemon and the modern releases for Sonic, even though I like going back to, like, SA2 and Heroes and then, like, Pokemon, like, the DS games primarily. Well, and the GameCube games as well, because I streamed those on the channel a while back. But I had a point that I was going to make. Mega Man, oh, that's it. Mega Man was the one that, like, stuck around, or at least I stuck with Mega Man, but Mega Man didn't stick with me or us, as it were, because it's, like, mostly dormant. I mean, Battle Network's been gone for damn near 20 years at this point, but just in general, like, I brought it up so many times where it's like, just do something with him. It can't possibly be worse than the lowest lows this series has seen, you know? Like, there's not going to be another X7. I genuinely believe that. There's no way they would make the same mistakes and make something at that low of a level, you know? Although, speaking of Mega Man, I think I mentioned I'm kind of behind on indie titles, but I wishlisted Gravity Circuit. And next time I'm in the mood for a platformer, I think I'm going to pick it up. Because it looks pretty sick. And I mean, it has overwhelmingly positive on Steam, which is always a good sign. for indie titles. But I'm nearing the end of a particular indie title that I'm planning to talk about next week. If I can... I'm like at the very end of Sea of Stars. Like I'm wrapping up that game. Damn near 100%. I'm going for like as many completion things as I can, just because I'm enjoying it so much. But that game might actually get 2 videos out of me, because I kind of want to do like a spoiler-free review, and then I kind of want to do a spoiler talk as well. That's like, I mean, to be fair, that's like all I've been playing since it dropped. I haven't really... I mean, I've jumped into like Team Proto Man a little bit, but you would be surprised at how short this game is compared, like when you're skipping everything compared to when you're actually watching all the cutscenes and shit. But I mean, Sea of Stars totally took my attention away from the other stuff I was playing. So like that's all I basically like binged a lot of it this weekend, which is a big part of it. But I don't want to like, I'm gonna abstain from really talking about it. I'll just say that it's really good, but I'd rather not get into it for the sake of saving some stuff for that video, or videos potentially. Got a bloody nose the other day. I wasn't looking where I was going and ran into a pole. I don't get it. We got humor. What else has been on my mind lately? Alright, what do we got? Didn't I get another program? Oh yeah, it was air shoes. What is the compression code for air shoes? BN5, compression. Air shoes, here we go. Will this work? There should be a way to do this, right? Wait, is there anything else that I need to compress? Battery, I guess I could do that, sure. At least I think maybe I did compress battery already, though. Yeah, I did, damn it. That's kind of the annoying thing with these. What? Humor. Body pack is compressed. These are all compressed. Yeah, we're good. I feel like air shoes is probably worth it. So I guess I don't need that, actually. Air shoes. Would there be a way for me to keep soul time? I wish Buster Pack wasn't so chunky. Like, it doesn't really work any other way. Right, because we put it here. Yeah, it has to go on this side. Body pack, armor, super armor, undershirt, float shoes, air shoes. What can I do with, like if I do attack max and stuff like that. Okay, attack max is kind of ridiculous. I feel like Buster Pack is too good, though, to, like, not use. So maybe I just have to give up on Soul Time if I really want air shoes. Which is not like the worst thing ever, I guess. Could I squeeze custom in here though? Probably not. Well, let me think. Let me think here. So, Buster Pack is what? 6, 7, 8? 8 squares. But then plus I need an attack 1, a speed 1, and a charge 1 to actually max out. So it's really like... it's the equivalent of like this. Is max everything. Versus attack max plus speed max plus charge max is actually worse. Yeah? 2, 4, 6, 8, 12... 15 squares versus 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, I mean, Buster Pack is nasty. Broken. Undershirt for sure, because it doesn't really cost me anything throwing it there. But I think air shoes is probably better than... I like the extra turn with Double Soul, but it's like, how much does that really matter most of the time? Probably not much. I do have a white charge +1 that I can use here. Oh yeah, you know what upcoming game that I just was reminded of is Ghost Runner 2. Where like the first Ghost Runner had a ability system kind of like this, where you sort of Tetrised abilities together. That's one that I'm keeping my eye on. Because the first Ghost Runner, if you guys haven't played it, it's fucking hard, but it's really quite good. The only thing I didn't really care for was the story. I thought was whatever, but everything else was like sick. The vibe, the music, the gameplay. I liked it a lot, and I hope that 2 is... I hope 2 is even better. Because I feel like there is definitely room for improvement, regardless of how great the first game was. And that comes out, like, I want to say late October, which is around the time the Metal Gear Collection comes out, and I'm, like, very torn on that. It's really... I would like to officially own the Metal Gear games on PC, but if emulation is just kind of better, then I might just stick with that. Because I've been inching closer and closer to replaying the Metal Gear games, because I haven't in a while. But I was like gonna wait for the collection. But I'll have to look into it, because who knows, maybe the PC versions, because I think... I know on Switch you can buy them a la carte. So... I wonder if when you buy the collection on PC, if it's going to be separate executables, in which case modding might be pretty doable, depending. I don't know, I guess we'll see. Sizzling hot reporter. That's one way to put it. This is journalism for you, Ribbit. Yeah, I love Toadman. You know, I actually don't hate how Cloudman... Well, actually, never mind. See, dude... Cloudman's design looks cool in his overworld sprite, and then they zoom in and it's like fucking MODOK. Ugly ass. He's literally like that, what is that called? That Maui statue? The emoji or whatever. Get shit on. I've seen that trick before. It won't work on me because I've already seen it. Wow, this is a masterclass in dialogue writing. Holy fuck. That was brilliant. Colonel, you're a fucking poet. I swear to God. Poor Toadman. Watch out, he's weak to electric attacks. And now I remember why this arc is so short, because they condensed 2 double souls into like 1 liberation. I mean, Lan's been basically the leader anyway, so I don't know. That's what I found weird, is like Barrel basically declares Lan the leader, or at least he's running the well, I guess Barrel's doing stuff behind the scenes, but you're basically the leader until he's like, no, you're not the leader. It's a little weird, and it's whatever. And now that I've played more of Team Proto Man for the first time in a while, I really feel like, I don't know, I feel like Shawd, like the dialogue is basically the same between Barrel and Shawd, and it really doesn't feel like Shawd. And I'm not sure if I guess it's possible his character grew to a point where he just kind of talks the way he does, but I don't know. One sec. Gotta stay hydrated. But, yeah, Lan, you've basically been the fucking leader this whole time, dog. Rabita! Hey, you do you, queen. No worries. But Toadman is gonna get in trouble. That's for damn sure. Why am I talking like this? Yeah, Toadman's in danger. Fucking figures. We need to head back the way we came. Can't tell if I need to up the brightness on this thing. Guess we'll just go by 1. That's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, you go rescue Toadman, or you fight Toadman to, like, stop him, and then you go right into the Liberation mission, and then we're done. I mean, there is exploration to be done in the Undernet and whatnot, which... Wait, am I still missing an expansion memory, or did I get both? I forget. Wait, I feel like I have... I don't remember. I want to say there's one more? That it's a... Isn't it a 5x5? Or wait a second. What is it right now? Yeah, it's a 4x5. I'm pretty sure 5x5 is the max, so I will be able to fit... potentially like custom 1 at the very least in there once we get that. Although I think I need... shit. I think I need an unlocker. Damn it. That's really annoying. I mean, I guess I would just farm... What do you sell? Do you sell unlockers? You are the goat. Okay. So I just need to grind... There's a dark chip that I can get as well. Let me see here. Because I want to try to not have to double back for achievement's sake. Let me remind myself of the dark chips that I already have. We'll go in order, because that's what this thread has. Sword, Torn. Circle is in the dark chip factory. Meteor, Thunder, Recover. Sonic, Invis. Plus, which is the one we're missing, Lance, Drill, Wide. So, plus. Undernet 1 blue mystery data. But then I want to say... Need that Nebula ID, which is... It's a good thing that we got that. It's almost like the game points you towards that, because you have to go to Drill Comp 4. EXP memory... Battle Network 5... Undernet 3 and a purple mystery data. Okay. Undernet 3 PMD. But I gotta grind a little bit. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. But then it's also like, I could just spend a lot of my time heading there, but it's like, if I have to go back there twice, maybe this mystery data will save me. I will need something to bypass. Let me think here. I'll need something to hit the bat, obviously. Okay. That won't work. I need to, like, burn chips. I can kill the meteor guy, and then I can just stall, because I don't... If it means getting this, oh, you're a bastard. If it means getting this green mystery data, that might actually... Oh, wait a second. I need to time these, though, because I can't have him attack. Okay. Please be money. 50. We got slow gauge, though. Holy shit. That's actually huge for liberation missions. 69 megabytes. Nice. Shit, man. If I... This might be the one game where I would feel incentivized to build 2 folders. It's kind of tedious, but like you build one for liberation missions and one for non-liberation missions, I guess. But basically we'll just sub out fast gauge for slow gauge whenever a liberation mission comes up. But that's also not the money I needed to get the unlocker. 199 chips, huh? I haven't even looked at the library. 180. They don't tell you the number of megas, which I never liked. Yeah. I'm gonna check on the greens for sure. I might have an untrap, in fact. See, part of me doesn't want to use fast gauge on an encounter that's not going to last very long, but also, like, I should just do it, though. Okay. Hopefully this mystery data is just like 1,000 zenny. Dude, what the fuck am I? Like, what? How would I have known that? I don't know. I'm not gonna make a bigger deal out of that than it is, but like, what the fuck? What? I didn't even know that was like an actual drop. Usually it's like 950 or something like that, huh? I'm genuinely, like, impressed. But now I just need, like, what? 200, not even? Dude, I just need to use my fortune-telling powers for good and not evil. Money 250, perfect. So now we buy the unlocker. Oops. Perfect. And now Undernet 3. I don't remember how many areas there are before the liberation mission. Undernet 3 might be the liberation mission, and we have to clear it first, but I guess we'll see. We can also We can also fight Larkman. That explains the fart thing. Fight Lark. Yeah, whatever. Also known as Swallow Man, but I can see why they didn't localize that way, because, yeah. But, you know, the bird, Swallow. Get your mind out of the gutter. Which actually makes... It's weird because his attacks are still called, like, Swallow Dive and stuff like that, but they called him Larkman. Which I like Larkman, because Larkman is like... It sounds like a superhero name, but someone who's like... kind of lame, I guess? Or like unknowingly... It's like Incrediboy, you know, shit like that. Wonder if Base is still in there. I forget what the, I don't know that I've ever... Have I fought Base in BN5? I fight him in BN6 as early as I can. And we'll do that too, because you can fight him pretty fucking early in 6. But I know, like, 6 has the graveyard. But 5, though. And, like, 4 has, what's it called? Oh, I need to do all the Nebula gates. I gotta remind myself to do that. Too late now, because I'm already too deep into end area. I'm in the deep end, as they say, but I... Oh, I can fight Numberman as well, which I haven't done. God, what is that area in Battle Network 4 called? It has, like, kind of a cool name. At the very end. Because because, like, BN1, the net all looks the same. 2, you have World 3 area. 3, you have Secret area. 4, you've got fucking Deep Rock Galactic, or whatever the fuck it's called. No, not actually. That's a name of a game. But, and then, I don't know if this game has its own area like that, and then 6 with the graveyard. Clean. Oh, we got the Super Vulcan plus... Ooh. Wait a second. I'll use your own power against you. Although, is it worth... Well... Actually, yeah. 3 turns of attack plus... Like, that's the nasty thing about Number Soul. It's equivalent for this, but then next turn I can Vulcan with another attack plus 10 attached, basically. Which is insane. Oh, you are a... Okay, at least you stepped into it. Oh yeah, we got the triple Vulcan too? Boy. Okay, and now... I wish I had a better Navi chip to use this on. Black Earth, that's the one, yeah. Deep Rock Galactic. I don't know why. It close enough. We got the Life Sword. Oh, we got the Wombo combo. Hold up. Funnily enough, Basin 6 supposed to have Fowler. Oh, shit. That's kind of nice, though. That was a 9? I'm surprised. It didn't feel like a 9. That probably could have been an S rank if I had landed that Super Vulcan entirely. Wait a second. It's not this way, right? It's this way. Boop, beep. Although I guess I should check for mystery datas, because I don't think I've been here. I don't think I've I don't know if I explored this area, so I'm just gonna double check. We got a green, 850 Zenny, nice. Nothing else. God, this encounter rate, dude. What else comes out soon? I know Starfield is about to drop. And... I don't know. Do I want to talk about Starfield right now? I didn't mean to skip that, if I skipped anything. I was gonna save, but I really need to not be in the habit of doing that. Only save when I know I'm not, like, stepping into a cutscene. I don't know, but, like, when it comes to Starfield, I'm like... I like Bethesda Game Studios games in general, like specifically Elder Scrolls, but I've enjoyed Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 in the past as well. Oh, I remember this vaguely. But, I don't know, something about Starfield is just, like, I'm not excited enough to play it for me to, like, want to get it day one. Kind of thing. That's one of those where I'm like, I think I'm gonna wait on this one. Granted, though, I don't know that I've ever spent full price on a Bethesda game. Bethesda Game Studios game, rather. Because I got Fallout 4 for Christmas that year that it came out. And I got Skyrim and Oblivion and, like, all their older games on sale. In, like, 2013, probably. 2014, maybe. And then 76 was a hard pass, so, like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure that I would like Starfield to some extent, but I'm just like, if it was a fantasy-oriented game, more like the Elder Scrolls, which, if Bethesda made a fantasy game that wasn't the Elder Scrolls, it'd be like, why? That makes no sense. But, it's more so just like, I don't know. I think, I want to say it was Fither, who's like a Megaten YouTuber, who, in one of his older videos, or one that I had seen somewhat recently, he was like, he made a good point where he said, it's better to be like a fan of, like, not necessarily consider yourself a fan of a whole genre or a whole series, and just, like, you don't necessarily have to consider yourself a fan of an entire body of work if you really only connect with an individual entry or certain individual entries or something like that. It was something to that effect. And I thought that was, like, kind of poignant, and I kind of agree. In that, I guess I feel like I'm more of an Elder Scrolls fan than I am a Bethesda Game Studios fan, because I've never really been big on Fallout. Like, I mean, I put a lot of time into fucking Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, believe me. But they're not, like, games that I really want to, like, return to with some frequency, whereas Skyrim and Oblivion in particular, I don't play them as often as I would like to, but those games still have, like, plenty of value to me, jumping back into them for new builds and shit. And, like, the mods definitely help a lot with Skyrim, of course. I don't know. I would also say generally just my interest in, like, Western games has been pretty minimal as of late, with the exception of, like, indies. That's, like, the main thing. And that's what I always find odd when people are like, you know, the games industry is dying. Maybe I already made this point already. But, like, when people are like, oh, there's no good games, all the big games are bad, and blah, 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 it's like, first of all, that's not true, and second of all, that's really primarily on the Western side of things. I feel like I've talked about this before on stream, so I'm not gonna go into as much detail, but it's just like, I don't know, I look at my own, like, wish list and upcoming games, and the vast majority of games that I'm looking forward to are Japanese made. But then looking back at my childhood, it's kind of always been like that, because I was a Nintendo kid. I was a Nintendo kid. I can't speak fucking clearly. But, like, Nintendo games are so accessible in certain ways, like, I guess aesthetically particularly, to that they don't feel particularly Japanese, I feel like. For whatever reason. Unless you're really, I guess, in tune with the industry, then you would see that. feel like there's a hidden path somewhere. Hey, American fans, Starfield and Spider-Man 2 exist. That's fair. If I had a PS5, I'd be getting Spider-Man 2 day one for sure, because I really enjoyed the first one. And when it comes to PC, I'll be grabbing it too, for sure. But it's just, you know, it's going to be a while. And then Starfield is one where I'm just like, it'll be there. It's not going to go anywhere, you know? I don't have to purchase it for it to, like, not go anywhere. And it's a matter of, like, if I really feel the itch to play a Bethesda game, then I can get it whenever I feel like it. I'm not anticipating it enough to warrant being, like, immediate day one buy kind of thing. I guess I could always refund it after 2 hours if I wanted to and then come back to it later, but 2 hours in a Bethesda game, that's not really going to get you... That's not going to gleam much. How do I get that? I want to say... It looks like something where you'd enter from another area. Probably. There's lots of good shit in the Undernet, damn. But this map is also, like, confusing. Another 120. Is there something under here? Probably not. But yeah, like I've talked about it before, where a lot of major Western releases that people are like, because of them releasing in the state that they did, people are, you know, saying the games industry is dying and shit, as far as quality is concerned, because obviously financially it's not. And I'm just like, I've made this point before, it's like, was anyone really that excited for, like, Redfall or Gollum, or... I guess Jedi Survivor's the outlier, where, like, that game is apparently good, but it just runs like garbage. But it's that kind of shit where I'm just like, who was that excited for these and thought that they looked, like, that great, that it was a disappointment, you know? I mean, I was surprised that Redfall and Gollum were as bad as they were, according to a lot of people. But I wasn't surprised that they weren't, like, amazing. That was fairly obvious to me from when it was announced. But that's why you just fucking stay away from discourse for a lot of video game oriented stuff, because it just gets messy too easily. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Is there a hidden path? There's no way they'd force you to do that. That's usually just for secret shit. And I'm also getting really annoyed by this encounter rate, too. Although getting a wide shot 3 might not be a bad idea. Because wide shot is actually pretty good, and... Dude, where the hell... Wait, I see a broken path. So, like, does that indicate that there are... I'm gonna look up the goddamn... Jedi Survivor's great, just had a crappy PC release. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those where I'm like, it's understandable. Like, could you have guys gotten the game in a more optimized state before releasing it? But in the long term, it doesn't really end up mattering. But as far as games where it's not just the performance, more so. And I even think about, like, if I looked at my Steam favorites, or, well, I guess a lot of Nintendo games are Japanese published, so. So I guess Steam is, like, the main place where I play Western games. It's like, there's only a handful. Baldur's Gate 3, yeah. That's true. That is very true. That is true. And I feel like that's turning a lot of people's opinions around on the state of Western game development as well. And I just think it's fucking hilarious that a lot of Western devs are, like, worried that it's going to set too high of a standard as far as quality. I get that not every game needs to be, like, several hundred hours long with a bunch of choice and consequence, but just from a general completeness and quality state. This is under net 2. I don't want to burn my unlocker because I know it's under 3 that I'm looking for. Great indie games. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I do think this year is an outlier, but just kind of the general sentiment around gaming for the past several years has been pretty rough. But I do get the feeling that the perception is turning around, the quality is turning around in a lot of instances. Because, like, you think back to... What year was it that Battlefront 2 came out, the new one? Because there was a lot of backlash for that, and that was warranted. And I think that's like one of those dominoes that eventually kind of led to microtransactions and stuff like that not being as prominent in a lot of Western titles. Like, it's still there. Do we know if if Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to have microtransactions and shit? Have they said anything about that? Because I don't know that I'm going to play Mirage, but I'm curious, because the newer one... Well, not the newer ones. I guess Assassin's Creed since, like, Unity, I want to say, has been just riddled with storefront microtransaction pushing, and I'm not particularly a fan of that, especially in the long term. That's the thing too, is like, would I prefer for the microtransaction stuff to not be there to begin with? Sure. But it's more so in the long term where, okay, get your bag, you know, do your microtransaction store thing, shove it in my face for the first couple of years that the game is out, whatever. But eventually, update the game and pull that shit out and just make it all accessible. Like they did for X-Dive, you know? Which I just saw that they, like, released Mega Man X-Dive as a $30 purchase that just includes everything, and I guess you unlock stuff as you go, like an actual fucking video game. Which I think is cool. And more games, like gacha type games and microtransaction-y games need to take that approach when it's time to move on to the next project or whatever, instead of just letting it die. You know? Program dealer. Fish, custom 1. Bug stop is pretty enticing. I mean, bug stop in BN4 was fucking nasty because it was only one square. Wait a second. Did I get Dark Plus? No, I didn't, did I? No. Go there through North Hidden Teleport Portal in End 1. Oh, okay, that's how you get there then. I see. Alright, so we made it. Anything I missed, I'll just come back for later in post-game or whatever. But behind a skull door. Yeah, I got the Nebula ID, but it's teleport in End 1 is what they're saying. Now see where Beta's maybe acting a little bit out of character, maybe. Not that she had much character before this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jasmine, or whatever her name is, just had her dialogue copy and pasted on Durabita. You bitch! I'm very bad. I'm actually terrible. That was awful. Because, like, I know he's gonna warp anyway, so I guess Vulcans are kind of not even really worth it. Oh, you are a bastard. I mean, I'll unite for a better charge shot, I guess, because I can just throw it down the middle. And also I get rid of the stun. Oh shit, okay. So this is over already, basically. Nice. Simple enough. I was nervous it was going to crash. You know, there's still that crash in Blue Moon. I know Blue Moon, the GBA version, was, like, busted. And, like, people would always suggest to play Red Sun instead. I encountered the crash that I think is the infamous one in the Legacy Collection when I was doing the cooking scenario. Where, like, the previous times I did the cooking scenario in Blue Moon, I skipped it, the cutscenes, and there's no issue. And then, if you watch certain cutscenes in the cooking scenario, it'll crash. It's weird. And this was, like... I forget. This might have been in my second playthrough or something, so I still had to do a third playthrough to get my last Double Soul, but I was nervous I was going to get soft locked or something, but if it was that bad, I feel like they would have done something about it. Then again, it could have been because my CPU was fucked up. Who knows? Let's do this shit. Slurp up those flames. Didn't you already try that? Power to heal, ah yes. The healing Toadman, and definitely not Midi. I think it'd be better if he just, like, slurped up the flames, that'd be funny. That's definitely an indication of Proto-Main being developed first, though, for sure. Because Medi's an actual, like, heal Navi. Not a heal Navi like H-E-E-L, but H-E-A-L. Alright, so we don't have Nightman. Okay, so we're gonna sub Fast Gauge for Slow Gauge, which I mistakenly sorted this. Yeah, we're gonna throw Slow Gauge, and we're gonna put Buster up as our tag. Or not tag, our right chip. Let's do this shit. Last one excluding post-game, I think, right? God, still. Damn. Let's go. Good thing we've got more AoE. Yeah, but Shadow Man can already run past that shit anyway, but... Alright, so we got 10 phases. I want to say... I kind of want to send Shadow Man just to, like... I want to say the key is, like, here. So I might send Shadow Man to go do that immediately. He can, like, kind of chip away at item panels while I do other shit. Or while I work everyone up to that point. Let's see, would this be one turn liberatable? Maybe. That's bullshit. Why do you not take poison damage when you're collapsed? That's ass, dude. What? I should have just waited until he was in range, but huh? That makes no sense. We got the key anyway, so it doesn't matter, but... It would have been nice to get a one turn. Let me think. So, if I toaded this... Or, well, if I toaded here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we just Dark Hole, we get the item panel, we take care of him. I think that's the way to do it. I feel like that's how I usually... Oh, wait a second, what? I'm thinking of Medi, aren't I? Or... Wait, what? I thought that... Didn't he say that you can do 5 at once, though? I'm confused. Oh, wait a second. Wait. Is it because it has to be 5 in a row? How does this work? I'm looking this up, unless you guys have any suggestions as to what I'm trying to do here. Let me see. Toadman, Liberation, AoE. That's weird. Why do I seem to remember him having some kind of... team member abilities? Here we go, game facts. Toadman, Rally Melody. Oh, gives one ally that has not acted in the 3x3 around him the ability to liberate an area of 5 panels deep. Oh, so he... okay. I see. In that case... Aha. I feel like, who was I thinking of who has, like... Was I thinking of Medi? Or was I thinking of, like... Maybe I'm just thinking of Napalm Man, who just has, like, the long, liberation area to begin with. Cosmo Man... I think I just try to wide blade this guy. What the f... Why did you cancel my charge shots? Okay. Tomahawk Man, you're busted in combat, so I'm gonna use you for this. And... part of me wants to save the Tomahawk swing for when the tank gets closer. These two navies. Yeah, okay, Medi, yeah, right, you put one on one end and one on the other, right? Or something along those lines. That's what I seem to remember. Alright, Tomahawk Man is so busted. What do I want to do with number here? I guess if I liberate this item panel and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that gives me a clear shot on the dark hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's not enough, so I definitely should do this. Yeah, one number trap just because these guys jump around a lot. We'll take the Super Vulcan just in case. I don't know, the Quake guy might jump here, yeah. Clean as fuck. Alright, that's fine. As long as it's not a para, I don't really care about taking damage. Hey there, kids, who wants to fight me first? Colonel, you're gonna get put on a list, my guy. Backslash. Okay, so now... Tomahawk is my dedicated Dark Hole Liberator because he's busted, so we probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this will clear, and then we can... I'd like to number search this area if possible. So I guess... Let me think here. So if Toad... Where the fuck is Toadman? Get over here. If Toadman sings to Mega Man, then we would use Tomahawk Man for this. Shadow Man can do here, and then Number Man can search this. I like that. Although I gotta keep an eye on my order points and not fuck it up like last time. Or nearly fuck it up without having to look up a map. I'm gonna liberate... Well, I should do this first, right? Imagine if you sang and then chose Longsword instead. It'd be so bad. See, this is fine because Skull Guy is on the poison panels right now. And he'll die as soon as he gets up there. I've got to be careful though, but I can counter on this next one. Yeah, we're good. I could have just charge shot it too. Didn't want it to be fancy though. Got that. Tomahawk. This shit. Alright, we're gonna invis because fire is scary. That's annoying. Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah. Easy as fuck. Okay, that's insane, actually. Alright, we're gonna Shadow Man this one. Then we'll number search just in case there's traps, which there definitely are. We've got Dominards, which is my favorite enemy type. Okay, I just need to... Yeah, clean. Vulcan is so nasty, dude. I love Vulcans in this game. Alright, what do we got? Trap panel, item panel, some health, and some Zanny. We're on turn 3. We've got a bonus panel to use. You're kind of low on health-ish. Just in case I get the HP recovery. Which I did. Now, Shadow Man, is there anything you can do that would actually be useful? I can go for item panels over here. So that's an option. No Dark Hole over here. There's definitely not another key over here. Program Advancer Vulcan. They're probably... I would have at least attempted it. I don't think I have all the chips I would need, though. Because I've got Vulcan 2 A and C, but no B. 1, 2, 3, 4... How do I want to handle this? Oh, wait a second. Shadow Man's kind of nasty with Toadman, though. It just occurred to me. Because what if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I guess it doesn't matter which way I do it here. But if only I could clear this row in front of the Dark Hole. Although... that doesn't really seem worth it. I'm like, Shadow Man could clear this. But then we'd still have to cut someone over or wait till next turn for Shadow Man to do that. I'm like, yeah. It's probably more worth it to just Toad Song this, liberate this normally, and then liberate the Dark Hole. Or Longsword into Number Search. Ah, fuck that. I could just Longsword and then Tomahawk. Or if I Tomahawk here... Damn, that's annoying. I guess just like line clear and then 1-1 is not bad. But I know there's traps. And the key is over here somewhere. I know that much. I kind of want Shadow Man. Well, this will get done with the Dark Hole though, so what's the point of me doing that? I'd rather get this one. So let's do this. That's pretty clean. Alright, Cosmo Man, do your thing. And then we Cloud. Dude, Cloudman is such a cool chip. Alright, we got parried, unfortunately. But I'm still, like, well under par. I think I'm gonna get through... I'm gonna get through here this turn, that's for sure. And then it's a matter of just finding the key. This is like turn 3, the rest of turn 3. Turn 4, we can handle pretty much all of this. Turn 5, turn 6, we're fighting Colonel. Probably. Hopefully. And so what do I want to do? If I... Do I want a Toad Song, or do I want a Longsword and a Number Search? Or a Longsword and a Tomahawk? Or maybe I just Tomahawk Number Search? What if I do that? Tomahawk, we Number Search this, but then... I can't get to the Dark Hole in time, so I think I have to risk this being a trap, probably. Let's just do it this way. I don't want to... There's no reason to get, like, super fancy with it, honestly. The more I think about it, the more I'm like... This is an unfortunate hand, though. Dude, I used to be so bad at fighting those guys, it's not even funny. Dominerds would, like... I didn't know how to play around Dominerds when I was a kid. At all. Do I fight Numberman with this guy? Probably. Yeah. Cosmo Man. This should one-shot, because he doesn't... It can't guard against... What the fuck? Am I... Do I not know how this chip works, apparently? What? I thought Cosmo Man automatically targeted enemies, but do you have to be in line with them? That was weird. But I probably just don't get how it works. Because I don't know that I historically have run Cosmo Man's chip in my folder. I'm gonna try to pull this up. I meant to step forward. I definitely did. I hate that it canceled my charge shot, though. Not that it really matters. Got him. Alright, I'm guessing one of these is a trap, probably. Anti-elec. Oh, wow, no. That's surprising. We take those, though. Oh, come on. His range is center, column, and row. Oh, a plus shape? Oh. Okay, so you only... I gotcha. That is bullshit. Why you gotta do Toadman like that? Why you gotta do that? I could have sang from another angle. Why? Alright, well... Who's lowest on health? I guess Number. That's pretty nice, I guess. Still need to find the key, though. Which I want to say is down here. Part of me wants to just leave Toadman in the dust, but I'm also wondering what's the best strat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Toadman could actually be useful here if I get someone to kill that sword guy. And then sing to Mega Man, maybe? Do that. Well, I could sing through the sword guy, though, right? So, like, let's just do this for this turn. I guess if Mega gets para'd, that's fine, because Shadow Man will get woken up next turn. Slow Gauge, Insane Drop. I'm actually, yeah, I'll Number Soul, fuck it. Wow, I did not expect that to be a one turn. We take those. Tomahawk can handle this. And then I can use Numberman to, like, potentially search if I need to. Because I'd kind of rather do that than Liberate. Alright, we're doing fine here. Yeah, you're ultra dead. Oh, it doesn't give us that. That indicates to me that that is a trap, right? Isn't that how that works? That this is a trap, and that's why it didn't proc. I want to say the key is one of these. I can always longsword with Mega Man next turn. I'm 99% sure the key is not over here. Right, it has to be past barrier 1. That makes no sense otherwise. I guess I could just number check. Like, what's really stopping me from wanting to do that? Actually, kind of a lot. It's not worth it for one item panel. I'm just gonna hedge my bets here. This is like the worst... This is like the worst possible enemy orientation for Numberman. We got the Super Vulcan, but it's our last turn. Shit balls. Damn it. Numberman, you suck. I probably should have just number searched, but we got plenty of turns left anyway. I think it's hilarious that that Toadman can still sing to me from over there. How do I want to go about this? Numberman, you can't search... He can't search, like, here, can he? No, that's lame. That's unfortunate. Because I can't search more than one of these. They're too spread apart. I could just Google it, I guess. Toadman, who are you singing to? I could sing here, but I also kind of think I could just Tomahawk Swing, like regular Liberate Tomahawk Swing kind of deal. Priority 1 for this is find the key. So I'm just going to use 1 Navi per item panel here. We got that H-Burst on deck. Nice. And I mean, if this is the key, then... Ooh, I actually did not remember that. But it's a good thing that was it, because now we can be even more efficient here. I'm just gonna have Shadow Man stare down Colonel while we do this. Toadman, do I want to sing, or do I not? I don't think singing here is worth it. I think I just regular into Tomahawk. Or... No, maybe I do... I think I have Shadow Man do a line liberate, and then Tomahawk Man does the surrounded thing. Yeah, let's do that. Because then from there, I'm not really going to need order points. Even though this is like kind of a waste, in a way, it gets me to the Dark Hole faster. And most importantly, with Tomahawk Man. I hate how quickly they're teleporting around. There we go. Stop warping! Dude! Okay, there we go. I know it's like, wait till they attack, but there's too much going on screen for me to actually keep track of this shit. Alright, we got it anyway. Tomahawk. We liberate, and then... we do something. We're surrounded. I think I take... Oh, I probably should have Vulcaned, maybe. I like how it gave us the exclamation marks, but it didn't take damage. Because it was over. Well, I guess Numberman just regular liberates here, and then we Tomahawk swing around Colonel to get the upper hand. Oh, wait a second, this is just like Shade Man goes brazy. Get pooped on. Wow, we got rid of that one extra panel. Amazing. Toadman's really getting put through the ringer here. Yeah, we just Tomahawk swing. I'm even maybe tempted to wait till next turn to actually fight Colonel, because he's just gonna recover, right? Wait, that was clean though. Then again, I could use Numberman to fight this sword guy to get Toadman over here. Because between Toadman, Shadow Man, and Mega Man, I feel like that was a really questionable play on my part. I didn't think about what would actually happen there. My bad. Clean. Thankfully, regular viruses don't have iframes. We do have a bonus panel that I could get. I just wonder... I'd say I just go for it, I guess. Just go for it, and then the next turn I can ambush or whatever, if I need to. We got the invis. Oh. Okay. We did 200 damage. I mean, Tomahawk Man's gonna destroy him next turn regardless of what happens. I don't know if this counts for these Navi chips, it doesn't, but Toadman's kinda shiesty though. Is Toadman gonna do it? Dude, look at his smile in his portrait, that's kinda unsettling. Holy shit! Toadman supremacy, god damn. What the fuck? Dude, look at how happy he is. I fucking love Toadman. I don't know why. Z-Saber Z. Oh, that's right, we come back later. Or in a few minutes. Give me that Toad Soul. Hell yeah. I don't know that I have very many synergistic water or aqua chips, which is the unfortunate thing. Get the camera. What's going on over there, Regal? What are you doing over there, Regal? What, did his nudes leak? Man, wait, I know you've saved the world like 4 times already, but not a 5th. Yeah, I want to say this is when we have to rescue all of our teammates in the various comps. Over where? Over there? I can't stand your face. Look who's talking. Smells for all anti-Nebula core members. I can't speak. Nebula is placing microservers in Cyberworld. That's right, destroying these servers. Now, I remember where some of these are. Oh, hell yeah. Roll SP. I'm not even running roll right now. What? Also, what is the damage based on for these? Do I have water chips that are worth using? I'm really just running, like, A, kind of C, H burst, and S. What codes do I have that have synergy with these? MN, Number Man, Bomb 3 squares ahead. That's actually not bad. It can do up to, what is it, 180? It's times 6. Anti-elect. I mean, I could just throw a couple of Aqua Whirls in if I really want to use Toad Soul, which I kind of do. Metagel. Oh, actually, T is a decent code here. Because we have Time Bombs I can use for Kernel Soul. Pulsar 1 is shit, but Metagel's good, and Tomahawk Man is good. And I could even Dark Wide if I wanted to Chaos Unison with Toad Soul. Bubble Wrap, Recovery. Wait, I don't have any star water chips, do I? Except for anti-water. Yeah, let's see. I think I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick. Alright, so the question is, what do I want to cut from here? Let me go by ID real quick. We got Vulcan 2s, which are definitely staying. For sure. I just wish I had more synergy here. H-Burst is really nice, though. And I don't have Vulcan 2B, do I? Let me check Higgsby's. Also, I forget, is the server thing in the Squirrel comp? Because I feel like it is. But it might... Is Barrel pissed off? That's funny. I don't know if it's... I want to say it's in the Squirrel comp, probably, but maybe it's in this comp. No, it's not. Wait, what? Justice 1J for my soul clean? I don't have it, though. Can I buy stuff or no? No. If I had to guess, it's Scroll Comp. But I don't know how far in. or if it's... Is it Comp 16 again? I don't want to waste my time doing this, so I'm going to Google it just in case. What are they called in universe? So I can look this up. Microservers. So BN5 microserver locations. Because I know where some of them are. I know one of them's in that Scilab comp. Tree comp. Wait a second. Is there a hidden tree comp? Wait. Wow, I don't remember this. Maybe vaguely. I know the terminal, net battle comp, yeah, figures, gargoyle comp, and that's it. Yeah. Alright, well let's check for mystery data first. But then I have to fight somebody. Like, I want to say Shadow Man is in the Gargoyle comp. Nightman is in the Scilab comp. It's gotta be Tomahawk Man for the other comp. So is this Toad? Or is this... At least I think Nightman was Scilab. Yes, this is Number Man. Gotcha. I don't know how land is immune to this shit when everyone else is not. It's not really that... Well, wait, could the amulet have something to do with that? A little contrived, but I buy it, I guess. Wait a second. Oh, I can't unite with this one, that's right. What am I doing? I think it's right in front of me. Shade Man. Well, I guess I should invis first. Technically. Because then can I trigger the mine without... Yeah. Oh, and that's right, it's not an actual mine. Can you go front row? That'd be sweet. Yeah. It's right to the top of me, I think. In that corner. God, Double Soul is so cool. Oh, also, that was not where I expected it to be. The Jukes. The servers are really weak. I guess Regal was banking on everyone being in such chaos that they wouldn't try to stop him? I don't know. Boat Soul lets you sink using water-based chips. Yeah, Paralyze lets you hide when you're on water panels. Also use a button power attack with water-based chips to double attack power. That's sick. Yeah. Now I want to see chip service. Vulcan to A. Vulcan 1C. What kind of water chips do you have? Or aqua? I keep wanting to call it water, but this isn't Pokemon. Static. C-Seed is not an aqua chip, right? I want to say it's not. Aqua Whirl B. That's so expensive, though. Yeah. What about normal stock? Phoenix, fast gauge. Nothing particularly useful, honestly. I think I could number trader some stuff, but maybe I want to do the special. I'm gonna have to go to the Queen Bohemia anyhow. Oh, that's right. Let's do, well, I guess I only have a couple options. Actually, we'll do Queen Bohemia first, because I want to chip trader and see if I can get some aqua chips. Gotta remember to get Dark Plus as well, but I might do that after the stream, maybe. God, I'm not even running Night Soul. That's so disrespectful. Shadow Man, wow. I'm almost partial to just getting rid of anything that doesn't have a Double Soul utility, but Tornado is good enough that I might want to hold on to it. Quake 1A... Moonblade will toss. Vulcan 3M. Do I have other M's? Not really. Geyser. I guess I could... I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like other Soul Unison chips I can throw in. Wow, Wide Sword S. Very uncommon drop. To a Grass Seed. Why would I ever run Grass Seed when I could just run Tomahawk Soul, though? Well, I guess if you're playing Proto Man and you run Napalm, then throwing that into the enemy area is not a terrible idea. But we're not playing Team Proto Man. Guard, blah, Thunder. Not worth using Thunder Man, Blizzard Man. This late in the game. Scully 1 is whatever. I don't like mini bomb type chips if I can help it. Markhand 2 is not terrible, but not much synergy anyway. Probably got worse stuff. There's no Gyro Soul. What's the point of using this shit? Yo-Yo. Circle Gun. F is actually kind of decent. Has some decent stuff in there. Time Bomb ones are my only or H chips, rather. Okay. Wow. Another duplicate. Crazy. Keep Red Fruit for the novelty. Nightman, realistically, I'm probably not going to run this ever, and I can easily get another one, too. Aqua Whirl. I feel like P is kind of like a dead code here, because, yeah, Longblade is good, but I have 2 Quake A's if I really want to run Night Soul. And and because I have synergy with A. Wood Nose. I don't know why I'd ever run Roll over Roll SP, but then again, this is a one-off chip, so maybe I shouldn't trade it out. And I could run both if I wanted to. Anti-Sword, Wood Nose, R. R is kind of a dead code, sort of. Because there's not really Double Soul synergy except for Wood Nose. And that's like, I don't really want to run that on its own. I only really want to run chips that are good, not just because of Double Soul, if possible. Black Bomb, realistically I'm not going to make use of, or Bulk Bomb. Abbreviations. Tornado. I'm tempted to get rid of Torn. Get rid of that. Because I already have 2 life swords. Pulsar 1 is garbage. Don't need 2 of those. Nah. Every 50 is whatever. Got another Bubble Wrap. I guess I could throw a couple of those in. What are my other Y chips? Do I have anything? Recovery 300? Man, it's better than nothing, I guess. Holy Panel, Invis. Let me see. Well, I'm tired of this music, so I'm gonna... Oh, right, you have to fight him like this. That's right. This is actually the first time that we fight, Tomahawk Man. It just occurred to me. Yeah, we'll take the Number Soul. Clean damage. I feel like if anything, I'll cut 1 life sword from my folder. Busted. But I kind of like having the extra swords for Shadow Man, but it's also like the backslash thing for Shadow Man, or for Shadow Soul is cool. But I feel like it rarely is much of a factor. Like, it's nice being able to warp out of danger, I guess. But beyond that, I'm not really sure. I like how Dingo just, like, is about to beat the shit out of us. If isn't land. What's up with this chick just staring at the wall? That's funny. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the hide-and-seek kid. Like, it wasn't until I got to that part in Team Proto Man that I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Let me see if I can slot in some new chips in my folder real quick. And the Vulcan 2C is warranted, I feel like. Although I was gonna consider like Vulcan 3, even though I'm not running like Geddon or anything, Geyser and Snakes could be double soul sacrifices if I don't have a use for them. But then it's like, why run them in the first place, really? For Vulcan 3 synergy, I guess? I'm tempted to, like, rebuild completely. I feel like the Gundel souls are maybe not great anymore. Like, well, they're useful for guys that have armor, though. And that is occasionally useful. There's definitely stuff I can cut. I probably don't need this many plus 10s. Let me think. I think the Vulcan 2s are kind of a must. For at least my current build, which is kind of like number soul oriented. So let's get Slow Gauge out of here. I probably cut one Life Sword. His H-Burst is so good. The fact that it stuns is like really nasty. I feel like the Gundel Souls might need to go. And maybe the Wide Blade? Like, that's 150 is nothing to sneeze at, but what's the synergy really? What other sword chips do I have? Z-Saber. That might be kind of nice. Long Blade. I wish I had a Long Blade A or something, if that exists. Because then I would actually run it, or consider running it. And I guess for Shadow Man, it's like, either I use Life Sword, and I hold out for Life Sword if I really need that, or if I need to backslash something, then I can charge it with Shadow Man. With Shadow Soul. In which case, where are my Aqua chips at? That's right. So we have... I'm going to prep this folder for Kernel Soul as well. So we'll throw in 2 Time Bomb 1s, Metagel, we'll take Tomahawk Man. Wide Blade has such good synergy, though, with these. And I can use it with Shadow Soul. So I kind of want to keep it. I probably can cut one of these. And... kind of like having 2 Invis just in case. I want to use one and then Unite one. But any more than that, I feel like is not really necessary. Bubble Wrap. Maybe I do throw in those M chips I was talking about just to have additional double soul utility. Like these 3. It's not ideal, obviously, but Vulcan 3 with number is pretty nasty. What would I cut? I guess Time Bomb 1 is pretty bad. And also, maybe I just need 1 attack plus 10, because I still have 4. I have no qualms sacrificing a Buster Up for Number Soul, because of the damage that Vulcans will do over the Buster Up. Like, Buster Up increases Charge Shot by 10, versus sacrificing for Number Soul and using a Vulcan that's 50 extra damage. So I think I get rid of one of these, maybe. For synergy's sake, until I get something better, I guess. It's something. It'll allow me to experiment with double souls at least. Alright, Nightman, let's go. We can fast gauge it up. Oh, we can Toad Soul off rip. I kind of like that. I'm gonna BM Nightman because I can. And also because I want to experiment with these. I can't Colonel Soul yet. But I can Tomahawk Soul. I kind of want to wait till he jumps, but I think he's going to jump shortly. So we'll just do this. Because I haven't used Tomahawk Soul at all, surprisingly. Yeah, I don't know. These other double souls are cool and all. But, I don't know. It's like, is Tomahawk Soul really worth running wood chips for? Maybe? The charge shot is nasty, but even just a regular Mega Buster charge shot is nasty. Numberman gets better AoE, assuming you can keep the die in the enemy field and that it doesn't explode immediately. Granted, you know, the damage ranges pretty wildly, but... Alright, so the last one is in the fish comp. Also, I don't think I've... Yeah, I haven't adjusted this since I got the expansion memory. I don't want to... Well, I can do that in a sec. Move. Wait, what? Let me smack you, let me smack... It's funny as fuck. It's wild that they had to give every NPC unique dialogue just for this specific instance. Alright. Why is my Webcam defocusing. This thing is a piece of shit. Stop. Let me see what I can do here. So I can for sure fit a soul time. I can, if I really wanted to, I could probably fit a custom. Like, what if I... Okay, I guess air shoes would need to go here. If I wanted to try and do this. Yeah, that won't work. God, air shoes is so annoying. Why is it so angular? It's just the shitty thing is that custom and Buster Pack are the same color. If I had bug fix it, maybe I could pull this off. What else could I add instead? I guess if I wanted to do Body Pack plus Buster Pack, then... Wait, can I even fit both? Can't even fit both, so... Yeah. In that case, what do I add instead? Like, I'll for sure take a soul time. And I think air shoes is actually definitely better than custom one. Is it better to do here? Let's see what else I want to add first. So that maxes us out, and then we have 2 spaces left over. I don't think there's anything I can slot there that would actually do anything, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean... This is probably as good as it gets. If I put this here... Yeah, I think that's probably fine. Alright, let's do this. If only I knew the correct way. I knew I should have taken the top. Thankfully, running through these comps is way quicker without the puzzles. Check the greens. It's a dead end, isn't it? Yeah. Well, at least I'm almost to the point where I wanted to stop. Because I think we just do this, and then maybe go back to the undernet where Colonel is at, and then we rescue him somehow. I want to say that's what happens. If I see any Larks, or whatever they're called, I should probably fight them. At the chance of getting wide shots. Are they called Larks? They're called something like that. Yeah, Larks. But if I get a... It'd be nice to get a chip from that. Either a Drill Arm 2 or a Wide Shot 2 would be nice. This is a dead end. Yeah, kind of running out of steam. But I'm so close to where I need to be for next time to be a comfortable finale without needing to be like super long. Because I'm pretty sure after this it is just Dark Chip Factory. Like we just head straight there pretty much, I think. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say right now. It's just like one of those where you gotta run through the dungeon again without really much besides random encounters. Fun stuff. I have no idea how I figured out to go here when I was a kid. It's possible I just looked it up, but I have no idea. That was so long ago. And the only one I didn't really remember was the tree comp one. Oh wait, it's just this way, isn't it? I want that green though, I'll just grab this. Cool. Yeah, and this is Shadow Man, which I already grinded Shadow Man beta for his DS chip. So this should be fine. Stop. You violated the law. Pay the fine or serve your sentence. Oh, this is alpha also, so that makes it even easier. That was bad, whatever. We got H-burst, so it's over. It's Jover. Piece of cake. I like how he realizes and does it for us. That's so cool. Oh, that's right. That's why we go here. That's why we go to the Undernet, is because that's where the last server is, Colonel shows up to stop us, etc. etc. Let me check if there's anyone back here. Not yet, at least. I seem to remember there being something, though. It's a very Battle Network thing to do, is just like shove someone back there. This'll work. Plus I can get the End City shortcut as well. I think it's this prog, if I had to guess. No. Where is the prog for the shortcut? Unless I can't do it yet for some reason. Let me unlock this real quick, because I don't know if that is the prerequisite, or if I just talked to the wrong prog. Like, you should give us a shortcut, right? Okay, I guess I'll come back later then. Whatever. It's possible that it's locked still. It's unfortunate I have to go all the way back through the Undernet, though. It's probably gonna take me another... Well, actually, it might not take me as long as I think. Frequent random encounters are annoying, but then sometimes you step back and think about how long it's actually taking. It's not that bad, but then you consider what else you could be doing if you weren't getting into random encounters constantly, etc., etc. I keep going this way for some reason. Just kind of going through the motions. Oh, what is that guy's deal down there? I gotta remember, I'll probably get that dark chip. I mean, I'll definitely get it at some point, but probably off stream. Because that's the only... Isn't that the only achievement slash trophy that isn't obtained by just beating the game for BN5? I want to say that's the case. This thing is too bright now again. This is like... Oh, it's too dark now. What the fuck? Sorry. I don't want to keep messing with this, but like... Maybe I just need to put it a little bit further from me, or something. It's a little bit better, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a professional. Sub chips, eh. Really? Oh wait, it's not even this way, is it? Wait, yeah, it is. Yeah, never mind. I was confusing what ramp I was on. Dude, seriously? Try the screen. Decent. I kind of wish you could sell chips. That would be kind of nice. Like, if you could sell chips for Zenny and or Bug Frags, that would be huge. Because then all the rare stuff that you... Like, if you have rare chips that you don't want to actually use, you could just sell them instead of having to, you know, trade them away. Okay. Under 2. I want to say it's this way first. Never mind. Like, this is definitely my most played Mega Man Battle Network game, as I've stated. But I think I always tried to not come to the Undernet as often as possible. Like, I only really came here when it was necessary. Where the fuck? Oh, it's this way, isn't it? No, it isn't. God damn it. Like, I definitely had the route mapped out or memorized when I was a kid, but... Oh. Thanks for the lotto number I've already used. Get the screen. Of course. I've actually been pretty lucky on that front, with mystery data being viruses. It seemed way more common in like 2 and 3. It's a dead. This is a dead end. I actually think you go further this way. Come on. Almost there. Just a little bit over 3 hours, which is, you know, usually my tapping out point, unless I'm, like, starting a new game and I'm excited about it. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna stream after I'm done with BN 5 and 6, though. I have some ideas. I probably want to do something at least slightly different before jumping into the Star Force games, which I do think that I will stream as well. But I need to find something that's like kind of a, maybe not a series of games, but just like a single game or something to that effect, to kind of break things up a little bit. Oh shit, we got a blue that I missed. Nice. Attack +1, pretty much worthless. Oh, this is... Hold up. This is a new comp that I have not been in yet. Rank up 3, really nice. I'll check the other side for mystery data on my way back. Oh my god. Ah, so that's the entrance. Oh, right, this is... You enter here, I want to say, from the Dark Chip Factory, maybe? Maybe. That sounds about right. Which is actually kind of nice to have an external entrance to the Undernet. That's not really something that is present in the previous games. Also, as far as HP mems, I haven't even talked to the End Area 1 shop, I don't think. Yeah, so that was the wrong way. In fact, that's probably why I don't remember how Undernet 2 is structured, is because I just fucking entered from the message comp. I am excited to play 6, though. Because BN6, like, that combat, though? What is this? Wave Pit. Wave from Water Square. Oh, I've never seen this chip, I feel like. I feel like that's new to me. Program dealer. Oh, I did this before as well when I came here. Really? Can I just run? You'll play 6 along with me? Nice, nice. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, 6 is really damn good. Oh, we can fight Toadman. Yeah, I'll fight Toadman. Fuck it. Oh my god, can I run from 2... I currently have almost twice as much health, let alone when I'm at full. Come on. I do seem to remember the seahorses dropping a good chip. I do remember that as well. I think. I don't remember what it does, but... I love how he jumps out of the water. Why am I such a Toadman fanboy? It's so weird. Also, I can't seem to, I should be used to dodging his song attack from BN2. I don't actually want to use this yet. I think I actually just take the time bombs. Although wait, this die is going to destroy it, isn't it? Yeah, whoops. Oh, you are a bastard. And that's that. And we're at full health. Also, I kind of like how the Undernet theme here is just a distorted, not distorted, but like slowed down minor version of the regular theme. Actually, it might be in the same key still, in fact. Maybe, I don't know. I'm classically trained in all that, but I don't have an ear for, like, chord quality off-rip. I'm not exactly the best at that. I'm not fast, at least. I was definitely faster with my music theory shit when I was in college, but not so much anymore. I can hear when something's out of tune, though. that much I know. Really like how each Navi offers a unique battling experience, Toadman being one. Yeah, dude, I totally agree. I agree, like, the boss fights in this game are so good. And varied. It reminds me kind of BN3's roster as well. I do think it's interesting that Mega Man only uses his Mega Buster in cutscenes, I want to say. Like, obviously for narrative reasons he can't break the server, but just pop Cosmo Man SP in there and rain meteors down on the server, you know what I mean? It's the dark power, even you want its power. Do you want the dark power's power? How do expect to defeat me like that? Oh shit. Right, so this is when the opposite leader shows up. How confused were people when they played Proto Man and then Colonel shows up and it's like, who the fuck is Colonel? Does he introduce himself? I guess I'll find out once I get to that point, but like... You. Like, literally you. No, I bet that must have been weird. Because then you go to BN6 and he's such a prominent character. Relatively speaking. He doesn't really show up until, like, at least halfway through, but... You played Proto Man first as a kid, yeah. So I imagine that was pretty damn confusing with no context. I like how we got Colonel Soul and Colonel is just like posing on the ground. Like, why are you still laying there, man? We're just having this conversation, he's just like... That shit's funny as fuck. It's like me trying to take a nap in jeans. Like, just laying like that, because it's so uncomfortable. With a general fix on their base. One thing that I wish was more, well, part of me wants the group dynamic of this game to be a little bit more cohesive, but at the same time it is very much like you're kind of just hired to do these liberations when they're necessary. It's not really a constant thing. Like, everyone's kind of living their own lives in the meantime. But I kind of want more of the character interactions in some sense. Not that it's necessary, per se. But it also doesn't help that there's two different versions, and so, like, you know, that's a lot to account for. But thankfully you played Colonel before 6, but still, sent you for a loop. Yeah. No, for real. I remember my mind being like completely blown when Beryl and Colonel showed up in BN6, having played Colonel when first. And I wonder, BN5 is one of those where I don't remember like going to the store, but I remember, I think, picking which version I wanted. And I wonder why I went with Colonel, because Proto Man is so dope. But maybe it's just because I wanted to try the thing that I wasn't familiar with or something. I don't know. I can't think back to like how fucking 8 or 9-year-old me would have decided that. Maybe Team Colonel was the only one they had in stock. I have no idea. That's an interesting thing to reflect on now that I'm thinking about it. Like, what was like the first game that I like decided to buy? That it wasn't a gift. It wasn't just, even if I had asked for it, like it wasn't a gift from anyone. What would that have been? And, like, I guess even if my parents bought it for me, it's like... But what was the game where, like, I went to the store and, like, picked? I guess. Because I used to pre-order stuff back in the day. When you actually had to reserve a copy. Like, you had a reason to pre-order. But I guess Pokemon is probably pretty early. Like, Fire Red and Leaf Green, I remember the anticipation for that game. And, like, picking Leaf Green because I like Venusaur better than Charizard. Which is kind of a wild take, but I'm also like... I don't know, man. Charizard in the anime is dope, but base Charizard is not, like, even among my favorite designs. Zard X is dope, though. But I've always preferred Venusaur and Blastoise. But they're all iconic, so I can't be too critical. Net, Scilab 3, center straight 27, turn and go 4. So Scilab 3, you go straight 27, and then you turn. Okay, I know where this is. Grass-type main yourself. That's fair. Line out sneak attack, choose B power attack for forward slicing. Screen divide. Select a standard chip that has attack value and is not grayed out from the custom screen. Use arm change and you can press a B to power attack with that chip. Oh, I remember this. It's really weird and obtuse, but kind of cool. You can also plant booby traps in the enemy area. When the enemy finds it, the trap attacks them. Colonel Soul lets you... Okay. Yeah, I want to try this one out. I feel like I never leveraged Colonel Soul as much as I could have back in the day. But as far as like starter types, I'd say that there's a surprising amount of generations where I like the grass type better, or best. Gen 1 debatably, Gen 5, Gen 7, and I guess Gen 9, but I also like Skeledirge, to be fair. But I picked Meow when I played through Violet. Where's that going? But I'd say aside from the gens that I like grass best, I'd say I used to be a fire main when I was a kid. Blaziken, Infernape. Emboar was disappointing, but I actually kind of like Emboar now. He's just slow. I don't really like using him because he's so slow. But aesthetically, I don't mind him as much anymore. And then Delphox is where they lost me. Where I actually don't hate Delphox's design as much anymore, but also I'm going the wrong way. But it's definitely not my favorite, especially not over Gren. Because Gren is sick. But then again, also some of my favorite starters ever are water type, like Swampert and Empoleon. Like, I love Empoleon. Empoleon's so sick. I wouldn't say I'm a Samurott stan, but I know there are Samurott haters out there, and I was disappointed when he was quadrupedal, ironically, because now there's too many bipedal full evolutions. Gren is dope. Primarina's decent in her own right. Like, all three of the Gen 7 starters are actually, like, now that I think about it, pretty good. It's just I always made a favorite Decidueye, because he's an archer, which is dope. Alright, so we go forward 27. I know it's in one of these squares up here. Or it's like over here, right? God damn it, can I just, like, interact with stuff before getting another encounter? It's been 3.5 hours, damn near. I probably should have counted. Wait, isn't it? I don't know, we'll figure this out eventually. If I could stop getting into encounters every 5 steps. Isn't it over here? Yeah, I thought so. Forgot how many of these there were. After Gen 4, I wish they moved away from Fire, Water, Grass. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I want to say... What was I looking at recently? Was it... It was either an article or like a YouTube video or somewhere where I came across that it was like the prototype for the Gen 5 starters, I want to say, were going to be Dark Psychic fighting. I think? Maybe I'm thinking, maybe it was a different gen. Maybe it was Gen 4. But there was a gen, I don't remember where I saw this, but that was the initial plan. But that's one of many things that I think they could vary a lot on in the Pokemon formula. Samurott was my first water type. Gen 5 definitely grew on me in terms of Pokemon design. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Gen 5 gets like way too much shit. I mean, it's kind of become like the underdog now, so people praise it a lot on the internet in discourse and whatever. But it's definitely, it was way overhated when it came out, that's for damn sure. I think it's mostly because the early game Mons aren't that great design-wise, in my opinion. But you get to mid and late game and they're fire. I'll expound in a second. I want to actually read this. People's souls in the data and linking them via Soul Server to create SoulNet. I can't believe it took them 5 games to like explicitly state this. The Elite Four were really mediocre, but I enjoyed everything else. Team Plasma was one of the more interesting factions. I disagree with the Elite Four, except for the fact that they only had 4 Mons each. At least in Black and White 2 hard mode, or challenge mode, they had 5. But that was like the only disappointing thing. I love the Elite Four in that game, like aesthetically, being able to pick the different order that you can do them in and stuff like that. But I could see them being underwhelming just from them only having, I think they only have 4 Mons standard. And I fucking love Team Plasma. I do think Team Plasma could have been handled maybe a little bit better in that don't reveal that there are evil members among them so early, but the thing that I think people miss when it comes to Team Plasma, because I don't know, whenever I see someone saying like Team Plasma wasn't that great or like they were hypocritical or whatever, I'm like actually pretty passionate about this point because I strongly disagree with people who are anti-Team Plasma as a evil faction. Alright, the music's back. So, the thing with Team Plasma is that N is posed as their leader. And I think as far as N knows, he is their leader, and he is a genuinely good soul who actually wants to liberate Pokemon. And there are no doubt people who joined the cause that want that too, as seen from the remnants of old Team Plasma in Black and White 2. Right? And yeah, there were the 2 dickheads who were beating up the Munna in the Dream Yard right at the beginning of the game. And so that indicates, oh, Team Plasma is actually evil. Well, no, those 2 are assholes. But the team as a whole, it's a mix, right? It's a mix of people who are maybe on Ghetsis' side, who just want, you know, that grasp at power. And then there are others who are genuinely trying to help and, like, liberate, like N wants. And it's not until the very end where Ghetsis reveals that he was really pulling the strings, and his goal was to get N to be a genuine soul and want to liberate Pokemon, but he was trying to do that to, you know, take over and all that kind of shit. And I fucking really like that twist, in fact. And then I love that Ghetsis loses his fucking shit in Black and White 2, and he straight up just tries to kill you and stuff like that. Like, and then the members of Team Plasma that weren't faking, or that were secretly evil and didn't have good intentions from the get-go, turn into basically terrorists, and then the ones who actually meant good stay trying to actually help people. So, I don't know, I can't help but think that if anyone... Like, yeah, could it be written better? Probably. It's a Pokemon game. But I can't help but feel that conceptually, people who think Team Plasma are hypocrites or like whatever just didn't play the game and didn't pay attention. Also enjoy that he's genuinely difficult fight at the end of Black and White 1. Yes! Yes, dude! Like, that back-to-back fight with N and then Getsus right after, I definitely whited out to Getsus my first time. For sure. That shit's heat. I can only hope that they... Oh, man. Gen 5 remakes scare me. I really don't want them to do remakes again. I think they'd be better off doing, like, pixel remasters or, like, something to that effect. Or HD 2D or, like, some kind of remaster instead of a straight-up remake, because BDSP was shit. But... I don't know. There's a small part of me that just really wants a Gen 5 remake to be the GOAT, but I can't put my faith in that, given how Pokemon has gone in recent years. But with all that said, I might be able to expound on this further, because I kind of want to maybe do an updated Pokemon tier list at some point in the near future. But until then, I'm going to call it here, because I've been going for a while. And then next time will be the finale for BN5, and then we'll get started on BN6.